Have you been wondering what you can buy in Parker, Colorado for around $1 million, anywhere between $900,000 and $1 million? Well, in today's video, I'm going over exactly that. We will be checking out 3 different properties priced from starting at $900,000 all the way up to $1 million, and very much different styles. The first home you guys are definitely going to want to see, so stick around if you're interested in that. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you know the drill. I have to let you guys know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been thinking about relocating to the Denver, Colorado area, I would love to assist you. My number and email are popping up. You guys can reach out to me day, night, text, call, whatever's easiest for you guys. If you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos just like this every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. But let's get started in this Parker neighborhood tour situation. All right, guys, the first house that we are going to be checking out today is starting at that $900,000 price point. But this is actually a house that I've never, well, at least a house style that I've never really actually shown on my channel. So in Parker, one of my particularly favorite areas is this location called Homestead Hills. And basically that's going to be this neighborhood that's super, super close to everything that you could possibly think of, but with land. I know that's so major for a lot of people that are moving to Colorado just because they're looking for maybe like a slower pace of life. If you're like me, I love the slow pace of life in those like suburban areas, but it's really hard for me to want to not be super close to my neighbors, want that slow paced life, want a little bit of land, but also be close to everything that I need to be close to, like my Starbucks, Costco, you know, everything that you could possibly imagine is about 5 minutes away from this house, but you're on 3.3 acres of land, which is huge. And especially for $900,000, that is a smoking deal. The whole entire house has been renovated. And just like a lot of these homes here, it is a big mixture of different types of property. So you could be getting a property that's maybe like, I don't know, like 3 million plus in here because they're all different styles. There's not going to be like a typical tract home that I've shown a lot on my channel. These are definite like custom homes. None of them look the same. So you will be able to kind of get a different experience in this neighborhood. Again, it is one of my favorite neighborhoods. Definitely lots of pine trees, lots of animals, but still close to everything that you would possibly need. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera over. There's not really much to explain in these neighborhoods that are kind of like all spread apart, but I want you guys to see like a little bit of the beautiful landscape that you would get, and you'll be able to tell hopefully a little bit of the different style homes. Again, there's super modern custom homes that are, you know, 3 point whatever million plus, and then there's going to be homes that are a little bit smaller, like the home we're going to see. It's around 2,000 square feet, so definitely on the smaller side, but you get so much land, and that's really, really hard to come by, especially under $1 million nowadays. So let's go ahead and flip this camera around. All right, guys, as you can see, this is kind of nothing I've really shown before on my channel here, and you can actually see the winter weather that we get to experience. You can see that there's snow on the ground right now, which in my opinion is absolutely beautiful, and one of the major things that kind of brought me here to Colorado is the actual snow and the 4 seasons that we get to experience. And as you can see from the videos, again, you'll be seeing tons of different style of homes, whether that be, you know, a mansion, 3-point blank up mansion that is huge, or you'll see some more like quaint homes, which depending on your style, you know, you may like a bigger, more modern home, or depending on your price point, it really is kind of like all over the place. But up here just on this corner is going to be, you know, $1 million+ home with land, and it's all brand new, super modern on the inside. With the house that we are seeing, again, you guys know the drill. I always pop up photos, and you guys can find these photos on Zillow or whatever. That is where I get them from, and that's of course open to you guys as well. But you can see on the inside that this home has been renovated. It's more of like it's been flipped on the inside, but it's not a complete teardown. Like a lot of these homes were either custom built or there was an older home on there at some point when, you know, they tore it down and then they built a brand new home on there. Just depends kind of where it's located. But you guys can definitely see the difference in these properties, and some of them are cabin style, some of them are modern farmhouse. It is like a huge array of different properties, and it might be a little bit hard to see on the videos, but again, Homestead Hills is where this is located, so you guys can look that up as well if you want to see different areas that might, you know, different homes that might be in this area. But again, this house also has two storage unit garage style things. So a lot of these properties will have more of like a barn on them or a detached garage. This house has like a storage and then also I believe a 4-car detached garage as well. And we are transitioning over to like some of the dirt road area. We're just about 2 minutes away from here, so I am going to be quiet now and let you guys enjoy the beautiful dirt road vibes that this area has to offer. Alright guys, we are actually at the house now, and as you can see, this is a very cute little quaint property. It's definitely not necessarily what everybody's looking for, but if you're looking for land, I think a lot of people are kind of expecting this style of home. A little bit older, but again, I'll pop up those photos of the inside. Absolutely completely renovated, and that's how a lot of these homes are going to be. You're gonna see a huge mixture of super updated, completely, you know, brand new homes like mansion style or super modern farmhouse style, and you're gonna see a mixture of these homes where it's a little bit of an older home itself, but the inside is very much updated and whatnot. And then you're also going to see homes that have not been touched since I don't know when, since they were originally built. And this home, I know I've actually seen the older photos and it has been remodeled within the last 6 months, so you will definitely be seeing a lot of those type of properties here. And depending on your type of budget, you can obviously have a lot of opportunity moving forward, where if you're okay with renovating yourself, you might be able to get a awesome deal. But if you're not okay with renovating yourself and you're okay with a smaller home at a perfect price point, $900,000 for 3.3 acres. That's huge. Lots of it in the back, and I do believe that this is horse property as well, as a lot of these homes in this area are. So if you have any farm animals or anything like that, you guys can potentially have those here as well, which is amazing. Or if you are okay with spending quite a bit more and you want it to be completely move-in ready, beautiful from the moment you walk into the house, super big, modern, whatever, your budget might have to be a little bit higher, but you have your options when it comes to these acre properties. But we will go ahead and head to the next property. It's going to be completely different from this one. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, we are at the next location. This is going to be the Trails at Crofa. It is an absolutely gorgeous community. You'll be seeing tons and different price points within here, some starting at $950 going up to $1 million plus, maybe even 1.5 depending on how many upgrades you put into your property. This is a new build community. This home isn't quite finished yet. I'll show you guys the exterior and kind of some examples of what the interiors could look like. It all depends on what you're looking for. Tri-Point Homes, this community is a Tri-Point home community, but it's a master plan community. So there's Richmond in here, there's KB, all different types of price points. This neighborhood just happens to be a very luxurious one. So if that's something that you're looking for, you'll definitely want to check out this community or reach out, and I can definitely set up some type of appointment for us to go look at these. But definitely super, super modern, gorgeous tract style homes. I'm done talking. I'm going to flip the camera over so you guys can see for yourself. But if you're looking to be a little bit further out, probably closer to the Pinery, you're about 15-ish minutes from like the main area of Parker. If you don't mind a little bit of a drive for something maybe more worth your while, essentially, you'll definitely want to check out this area. So let's go ahead and check it out. So as you guys can see, these houses have pretty much all been moved into at this point, but they kind of work in lines. So it's called line building. Some houses are going to be completed, and they try to make it where you're not like your neighbor is basically done being built by the time or around about the time that you're all moving in, which is really nice because it helps with the annoyance of construction, which again, you know, nobody likes to deal with. But with these new home communities, you get a lot of added benefits that you wouldn't be able to get in an older community, especially like equity, for example. That's a number one thing for a lot of people purchasing homes, is just like how much bang for my buck can I essentially get, and you can definitely get it in this community. So we're actually pulling up on that property right now. You can see it. It's going to be this corner house, single story. Again, when you're looking for homes, if you're trying to be more conscious friendly, you want to look for smaller homes, of course, but this house is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this whole community, look at that beautiful white home. I know like that's kind of a lot of people's style right now, is that really white, crisp farmhouse style, and someone already lives there, but you know, that probably was gonna run them over $1 million. This one's 970-ish. So you guys can see, again, I'm gonna pop up exterior photos. 3-car garage, very large actually, which is nice because a lot of the times when you do get into these smaller homes, you're not necessarily gonna be able to get something super big, but this is about 4,000 square feet. So tons and tons of space, and for a ranch style, that is hard to come by here in Colorado. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2023, of course, not even done being built yet. But if you're looking for ranch style homes, as we kind of drive through a lot of these neighborhoods, it is quite difficult to find a ranch style single story property, and it's really hard to find them in a good price point and all of the things that we are looking for when we buy homes. But gorgeous community, and it's not just the $1 million price point, guys. Like, there's so many different price points, which is something I really enjoy about Colorado. Yes, it's more expensive to live here, that's no question, but you can find something if you're willing to sacrifice in certain aspects. But we can have that conversation when you guys decide to reach out. But let's go ahead to the next property. All right, guys, I just got to the last property that we're going to check out. It is priced at around $915 in kind of like the middle ground, not too far away from the main part. Definitely not as far as the last property. So we're probably about, I would say maybe 5 minutes from the grocery store kind of situation, 5-8 minutes, something like that. So not too far, but definitely towards the back of Parker. Absolutely gorgeous community. Again, amazing community center. I'm actually parked right next to the community center. It has a park, it has like a little coffee shop there. The coffee shop is really, really good. I've had it a couple times. It's definitely worth trying. It's called Fika Coffee House if you guys are in the area. But either way, you definitely have a ton of different options when it comes to this neighborhood, whether it be like a typical single family home where you have the garages in the front. They have some of them where they have the garages in the back. You have definitely a mixture of homes. Again, this is a master plan community, so tons and tons of different options, but we are definitely focusing around $900 to $1 million today. But let's go ahead and flip the camera around. You guys can kind of see what this neighborhood looks like. All right, guys, so we are driving around now. I'm just passing the kind of community center center that they have over here. But you'll be able to see definitely a difference. I try to be as wide of a range of different neighborhoods, different style homes and whatnot when I do these videos, because I want to be able to give you guys as much idea of what these properties in Colorado look like, especially if you've never been here. And even if you have been here, it's definitely hard to get your reins when it comes to like neighborhoods and things like that. This neighborhood is kind of like in the middle between the two other ones that we've seen. Not super brand new, but also not as old as the very first property. So you're kind of, I think it's going to be around the 2012 area. So not too old, but not too new. Definitely, if you're looking for something super modern, it's hard to find something really modern inside in these properties, but they definitely have more character, I would say, than some of the new build tract communities. Like the style of them, as you guys can see from the outside. Even I'm looking at this one house here on the corner, and it has kind of like that wraparound porch that you don't really see anymore in some of these newer homes. And they're kind of like all a little bit of a funky color in a way, I guess, just depends on your opinions. But let's go ahead and head to that house so you guys can see what that one looks like. All right, guys, we're pulling up on that property now so you guys can take a look. And you'll also notice this home is pretty large, about a 5-bedroom, 4,000 square feet-ish. So you'll definitely get a little bit more bang for your buck in this area versus like a new home typically. I'll post the picture of the front, and then I'll also show you guys some interior photos so you guys can see what that looks like. And I know that this color isn't necessarily for everybody. This neighborhood does seem to have some funkier colors. If you don't mind that, then you won't have a problem. But also, you guys can always paint. That is a very small thing when it comes to buying a house. You definitely want to think about location and your floor plan first, and then kind of go from there. But that's something that we talk about in our conversations in regards to like, where do I move? Yeah, because it's definitely hard to pick, especially if you've never been here. So yeah, hopefully you guys are liking these type of videos and it gives you tons of information. I know when I first moved here, it was definitely hard to pick a location just because, hello, I've never been here before, or I had been here before, but you know, I'm not thinking neighborhoods when I've visited all these years. It's just, it's definitely tough whenever you're relocating, no matter where it is. So. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos just like this every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. If you are thinking about relocating and you need some help on that, go ahead and reach out. My number and email are popping up. I love helping you guys. But until next time, hopefully you guys have a great day. See ya. Bye.